My name's Cole Riddle. I'd say my role is as somebody who raises and feeds out hogs for what we call freezer pork to provide pork for local people. So the biggest thing, like when you get the animals, step one, you have to get your appointments for your butcher because they only accept so many for every week. They process once a week. And then once you get your appointments, usually you'll post them for sale. And typically we have 8 pigs right now, so we'll post 7 for sale. And then if they all make it healthy to the end, then you'll sell that last one. And then kind of the last thing you do is you usually weigh them to kind of get what you're going to see or what you're going to expect to get in terms of product and weight to give the consumer an idea of what they're going to get. One thing I think it's pretty cool about being local is you get to support like the people in agriculture around you. And by supporting that farmer, they're, I guess, getting that full check rather than them sending it off to a middleman who's going to then sell it to like a Kroger or Meijer. You can kind of get it sourced locally on top of, you can kind of see where your food comes from and talk to the person that raises it and make sure it's kind of up to the standard that you'd expect. They get, I would say, a pretty standard ration, which is like a ground corn or a really fine ground feed. It's a mixture of corn, soybean meal, and like a premix of vitamins and minerals. And then something that's cool is the feed mill's down the road in Plain City from about 15 minutes from here. And all that corn comes locally. So you kind of are feeding local to the pigs that are going to hopefully go and feed people local as well.
My name is TJ Rose and I'm the owner of Stumbles Meat and the Butcher and Market. Stumbles Meat is a custom processor with a retail where we sell to the general public as well. My wife and I purchased Stumbles 3.5 years ago from Joe Levan. Joe taught us everything we know. Joe was a great transition partner into the business. Our processing is from hoof to plate, so all the local processors or the local producers bring their animals directly to us, and there's no middleman. Yeah, so the process for our business is normally that a producer will raise the animals and schedule appointments with us. The appointments are scheduled usually a few months in advance. On that date, the producer will deliver their animals to us, and then we will harvest and then process their animals. It's important to source food locally because of the misinformation across the country today. For what's in our food and in our meat, what's being added, what's being taken out. And to know your local butcher and know your local processor and know your local producer, you understand what you're feeding your family. Last year, we decided to take Stumbles and expand into a new retail venture, which is the Butcher and Market here in downtown Bellefontaine. We did this because there were 14,000 people in Bellefontaine, 43,000 people across Logan County that weren't getting their meat from a local butcher. Our reach with our custom processing reaches across the state of Ohio, counting at least 20 counties. But the retail seems to be more localized. And to get ourselves in front of more people, we needed a separate location to do so.
My name is David Rowe and I am an instructor at Mechanicsburg High School, but also a happy consumer of local meats. I prefer to get local meats over supermarket meats just because the quality seems to be a lot better. You should source your foods locally. So I know how much they care about their products. It definitely takes some extra planning to, go to a local meat market versus a supermarket, but I think the effort's worth it. To go to a local butcher's market and get their food, it makes a lot more sense.